Hello you guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Megan. For those of you who are new here, thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, all the things. Show some love. So I'm going to be doing a Q&A today just because I feel like lately I've been getting a lot of questions on Instagram. So I actually put a question box to ask you guys some questions, and then I just thought I would like answer them all kind of at once, or at least like the most common ones. And yeah, I like doing these because I personally like watching them. I just think it's so fun to like learn more about the people, especially when you can just like ask whenever. So yeah, I want to do more. So if you ever have them, follow me on Instagram. I always have it linked below, but I just post like those question boxes on my stories. So yeah, I just like have them all screenshotted, so I'm not gonna go in like any type of direction, but yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna get started off. So where will you be traveling to next? Womp womp. Okay, so we actually have no idea just because of COVID and everything going on in the world. So in terms of like travel restrictions, our plans to Spain actually got canceled just because we were going right when everything happened. So we literally couldn't leave the country. So yeah, I would say we want to see if we can make Spain happen maybe in the fall, but only if it works on all fronts. Like if it's safe to do so, if it's like a smart decision, that would be like my next bucket list item. Yeah, and then again, before all of this, Daniel and I talked about going out west in the new year, so we will see. You mentioned you like doing courses. What courses are you in? Yes, I am a huge advocate for continued learning. So I'm always enrolled in like 1, 2, or 3 courses at a time. It's actually crazy. I follow a lot of like influencers, if that's even what you want to call them, just like creators. And when I personally follow someone that I really like their style and they come out with a course, like I want to take it because I see them every day posting and creating, and I want to learn from that person versus like taking something at like a school. I did go to college. I went to Conestoga for public relations, so I got my diploma in that, and I got a certificate in media and communication. So I did go to like the more formal school, but I just always think it's important to keep learning. And so the courses that I'm enrolled in right now, they're the bucket list bombshells. So they're all about like freelancing, working with female entrepreneurs, and how you can like work remotely. So I'm in a design skills course right now, which I actually like just finished. And now I'm enrolled in like the business side of it. It was like a bonus add-on of that course. And I also have a She's Fully Booked bootcamp. So it's about like strategies for working with clients, like getting clients, like keeping them, etc. And I'm also still in my holistic nutrition program. It's a 2-year program. So I'm hoping to be done in April. May will be 2 years. So I'm still in that. And when I'm done, I'll be a registered holistic nutritionist. What are your favorites right now? I'm assuming, I feel like that's just like maybe things. But I feel like I have a lot. So I think I'm going to do like a separate video on this, like maybe like Amazon favorites or like clothing haul favorites, just because I feel like that would be so much to name right now. How did you and Daniel meet? Do we live together? So yes, we live together. How did we meet? We met at Oktoberfest, which if you're not from Kitchener, it's like a big German celebration. It's just like in a big hall and there's food and drinks, etc. I was there with a friend of mine, and he was there with his friends. We didn't know each other. We didn't know like any of the same circle of people. And I was just like walking through Oktoberfest, which keep in mind there's like, I don't even know, thousands of people there. And I walked past him and I kind of looked at him and I was like, So I kept walking, and then I ended up turning around And I went up to him and I literally like put my hand out and was like, hi, I'm Megan. And he was like, hi, I'm Daniel. Probably thought I was a crazy person. And because you're at this like festival, you can't just like stop and chat. Like it's not that vibe, and it's so loud there. And yeah, I think we talked for like 2 minutes, and then I was like, can I have your phone number? And yeah, he gave me his phone number, and then that week he asked me out to go on a drink to get to know. He wasn't actually a big texter, which like, this is so ridiculous of me, but like I was like, oh, he probably doesn't like me. He's like not texting me much. And then he asked me out to get a drink, and I was like, oh, okay. So then we went, and he was like, yeah, I just think it's better to get to know each other in person. And I was like, who is this guy? So yeah, and then we like essentially just kept going on dates, and then became official, and then we dated for a year, and then he moved in with me. So exciting. How old are you? I am 30. I just turned 30 in May. I'm a 90s baby. What do I do for work? I work for myself. I have 2 businesses. So my first one I co-own with my best friend Katie. We have a creative agency. It's called Mint and Poppy. We work with female entrepreneurs and service-based businesses. We really specialize in website design, branding, and social media. So that's number 1. And my second one is Bodico, which is a line of natural soy wax candles. So I make them all, so they're hand blended and poured in small batches. And I have a line of 9 scents right now. Normally I just have 8, but I have 9 right now. Yeah, and oh my god, I gotta tickle my throat. I sell them on Etsy, and I do a lot of markets, but I also have them in 3 shops now, which is kind of a little announcement. But I have it in Living Fresh, which is in Kitchener, Loft 106, which is in Waterloo, and now, or soon because they're not open yet, but the Attic has a yoga studio in Kitchener, but they actually have a second location in Elora. So they're actually going to be stocked in Elora, which is so exciting. Think you'll stay in KW forever? I want to say no. And I have this thing because like I grew up in Kitchener, like I've never lived anywhere else. Like I've never really like, I've traveled a lot, but I haven't lived anywhere else. And I just have this thing like that before I settle down, which in my terms means like have children, I want to live somewhere else. Not to say I can't live somewhere else with my children, but I want to like figure that out before I have children, and like moving my children around, if that makes sense. So I really wanted to live in Europe for a really long time, and it's just obviously like really hard to do so. It's not impossible, but it's a harder goal to reach. Yeah, but Daniel and I have talked about moving out west in the new year. So living like in Vancouver maybe. Yeah, so I really hope that happens. I love KW. I don't not see myself like coming back here to settle down, but like in the next like 5 years, definitely not. Like I definitely think I'm gonna live somewhere else. Where do you see yourself in 5 years? How topical. Yeah, I think like Daniel and I have very specific goals. Like we've talked about like marriage, we've talked about getting a house, we've talked about children, we've talked about travel, all that stuff. Like we're very specific. I would say in this next year, I'm very focused on growing Mint and Poppy. I want to be able to get to a place where I'm really working with clients that are like bigger and more aligned with what we do. So I'm not necessarily taking on like a ton of clients per month, but the clients that I am taking on are like higher value, but like it's like a full package, like web design with social, with branding, like it's a full design. The other thing is I kind of mentioned this on Mint and Poppy's social media, but pre-COVID, we were going to be doing a 6-week workshop where we were teaching business owners like how to build their brand. And obviously with COVID, we haven't been able to do that just because we can't do in-person events. So we're pivoting, as are everyone. as is everyone. And we're going to be doing an online course. So I would love to be able to get that to a place that it reaches like a huge audience of people, just because it's going to be jam-packed with like literally how to start your business. So I kind of pivoted that conversation, but yeah, in the next year, I really want to focus on my business and like growing it and getting it to a place that I feel like confident and comfortable. And then I do want to do like a ton of travel. I want to like truly embark on the like work remotely side of things, like not be tied down to where I work, because when I left my corporate job, I essentially just like worked from home and nothing like really changed in my life other than like my office. So I really want to like embark on that journey of like traveling and working. We've talked about children in the next 3 years, which is crazy to think, and a wedding in there somewhere. And our goal at this point in time, our goal, we're saving for a house in 5 years, so like when we would be 35. And we've only said like 35/5 years because we want to do like all this stuff before then, but obviously like life happens and things can change. So if it's before 5 years, like I'm totally okay with that and we'll have the money for it. It's just like there's so much I want to do and that seems so close. So that's kind of like when we're deciding on like, okay, this is where we're stomping down and putting the house down and creating roots and stuff, right? Yeah. And also like, I don't know, I've never, like, I think in the beginning of like my early 20s, I was this person who like, I was like, I need to get a house and I need to do this and I need to do that. And I think it's like a big part of that is because like society tells you there's like a certain way to do things. And as I've like grown up and I've like become my own person, I just like think there's a different way to do things like for myself. Like there's so many other things that make me happy and that like bring me joy in life. One of those being like travel. I really value experiences. So I really enjoy like doing stuff with Daniel that like brings us closer together and like helps us grow. And I want to be able to experience like different areas of the world with him and like not just, tell ourselves like, oh, we have to get a house in Kitchener-Waterloo because like, we're 30 now. I'm just like not that type of person. Like my mom jokes that I'm very like unsettled, like that's what she calls it, because I'm always like the next thing. But to me, I'm just like, I don't agree with that. I just think I'm like very curious and I have a very creative mind, and I definitely like live this like unconventional lifestyle, and I want to continue living that. Like I don't think I'll ever be the type of person who does everything like by the book. I don't even know if I answered that question there. Favorite snacks. We have a couple. So I eat 2 pieces of mint dark chocolate, the Lindt one, every single night pretty much, if we have it, like if it's in the house. So yeah, that for sure. Chocolate is my weakness, 100%. I'm also like a salty person. So like OG, like kettle cooked salted chips by themselves or with a dip. Daniel is a huge Skinny Pop person. Like he eats so much Skinny Pop. He also eats as a snack peanut butter, like the all natural peanut butter. Like he'll have like a few spoonfuls a day. Like we buy a new tub of peanut butter every single week. So yeah, not very exciting snacks, but I would say those are my snacks. Favorite books. Okay, there's 2 sides of me. The one side of me is like a rom-com, not a rom-com, just like that romance, bad boy meets nice girl. Right now I'm reading the After series. I'm on the 3rd book and I'm like obsessed. I read them like so quick. It's just like, I don't know, it's just like super cheesy, but I love it. Yeah, so I'm on the After series right now. And I really liked The Woman in Cabin 10. The Girl in Cabin 10? The Woman in Cabin 10, I think it's what it's called. I really like those like thriller, like what is gonna happen next kind of books in terms of fiction. And for like a nonfiction. I'm so bad at like stuff like this on the spot. Okay, right now I'm reading this book called Get Rich Lucky Bitch, which I hate the title. And I can link this below because I'm not gonna remember the author's name. It's like Denise, I don't know her last name. And it's so good. It's all about like money mindset, and I'm super into money mindset right now, and just like how we view money, and how we see money, how we spend it, how we like act towards it, all that stuff. So hate the title, love the book. She's like really like sassy and has a very like conversational tone, so it's very like, it's an easy read. Yeah, that's all I can think of on the top of my head. I feel like I like read so many books, and of course I can't think of a single one right now. Oh, Profit First. I just finished reading that one, which was really good. Again, weird. I just read too many books. It was about like paying yourself as a business owner first, and having that mindset that as an entrepreneur, like you can make money versus like putting money everywhere else. Okay, this is like the last question. So it says, marriage ? We want wedding content. Girl, so do I. I'm literally gonna tell Daniel about this comment. No, I think, yeah, like we've had conversations about it. I'm definitely excited for it to happen. I have no idea when it will happen. Daniel knows I am like a hopeless romantic. I love so much. I love everything to do with like a really romantic like story or situation. Like okay, sorry, my camera ran out of memory. Classic. Okay, yeah, I think I was just saying that I just like love, and Daniel knows that, and I think / I hope like he would like do something special for it. Daniel, if you're watching this, do something special. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, like we've talked about it. I'm very open and ready. I can't see myself spending my life with anyone else but Daniel. He is my favorite person ever. So yeah, I'm excited, but I have no idea. It's just gonna be a surprise just as much as it is to you guys. But yeah, when it happens, it will have so much wedding content. I'm gonna be a crazy person. I already know it. Like I already have Pinterest boards, like not even engaged yet. So I'm a crazy person. Anyways, that is it for questions. Thank you so much to everyone who asked a question. I love these. I think they're so fun. Yeah, maybe I'll make like themes next time, like maybe more personal or like business or who knows. But yeah, that's the sitch. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all the things. Also, I had my ring light on this whole time and it wasn't even pointing at me, so it's great. Yeah, I'll chat you guys later. Bye.